Hello guys, it's me Karthik. Hope you guys are doing really good. So we are continuing on the JPA specifications API here. So we made couple of videos. Hope you guys are following that. So I have my application up and running here. So let me open the DB and show you the data. This is the data I have. And if you observe here, I have a salary field which is having some values like 10,000, 30,000, 50,000, 40,000, right? So on this field, I want to perform some operations like greater than or equal to, less than or equal to. So all these four operations, if you know one or two, you can understand, you can definitely do other as well. So those operations, how we can do with the help of the criteria API, that we are going to see as part of today's tutorial. Okay, so let's get started here. Hope you guys are following my series so that it would be very easy when you are watching it for first time. Okay, so all the data we are getting from the specification input, where we have the column name, value, and other items, other fields related to sort and pagination, which we already have other videos. Okay, and the employee data is nothing but the ID, employee name, salary, date of joining, and the subject. And we have the employee repo, which is extending JPA specification executor, which is important for the JPA specifications, this playlist. Okay, so let's go to the employee service here, and let's use the greater than specification. Okay, until now I have explained very quickly, imagining that you have already watched few of my videos on the playlist. Now let's go slowly. Okay, so here let me take a private method with specification as employee specification. Okay, get specification by something like aggregation of, let's say, greater than. Okay, greater than, and we'll get the input from specification input. Okay, keep this as an input and simply type return, then type control alt. Okay, this will give you the specification object as a lambda expression. Okay, now simply use criteria builder dot, you have greater than or equals to, like this, right? So let's use greater than or equals to. Okay, now you have the greater than or equal to specification. What you need to do, on which column you need to perform that, you will get it from root dot get column name. Column name I'm sending as part of my input, so let me use get column name here. Once I have this input, and we need to get the value we are getting it again from the input, so get value. Okay, this is my specification, right? Now once I have the specification, I simply need to, okay, call find all method on this specification, right? So for that purpose, let me create one more method which return me list of employees with employee greater than condition. Okay, and we have the specification input as input. Now simply call the above method like get specification by greater than and pass the input. Okay, now let's create a variable for this. Introduce new local variable. I have this variable, right? Now on the repo, find all. What is a repo? We are using employee, right? So it's an employee repo which I have already declared in the top here. So uh, and apply find all and send this specification object. Okay, this specification object, once we send, it is going to return me the list of employees. So I have called the above method properly, I have used. Now from the controller, we simply need to invoke our service method. Okay, so again a two lines which I have copy paste from the above and modified accordingly. By like, instead of by like, let me call greater than by greater than, then equal. Okay, greater than equal. uh, just copy paste this here, and in the service, I have already imported my service, right? So just call get greater than method and pass the input. The all the logic, the names little bit similar, but all the logic is here, guys. Okay, criteria builder greater than equals. Okay, that's the main logic. Okay, now our controller is ready. We simply need to rerun our application so that we will, start using this endpoint. Okay, so as you can see here, I'm implementing the command line runner where it is once the command. What's the purpose of command line runner? Simply, it will run the method called run once the Spring context is loaded. So as part of the run, I am setting the data for the employee. This is student, but if you come down here, I'm setting the data for employee. This data will get saved into the employee table because I am using the H2 database, which is the in-memory database. So once the application is up, then only I'm setting the data. Okay, now you could see the data is available here. Okay, if I click on the connect, now you could see employee will have the data. Okay, this is cool. Now let's go to our controller and set up our endpoint properly in the postman. Okay, so this is our controller. Okay, let's pass column name as a salary and value as 100. So we should get all the employees whose salary is greater than 100. Okay, obviously all the employees salary is greater than 100, so we should get ideally all the records. That is a 5 records we should get. Okay, so we are getting the 5 records here. Cool. Okay, now let's tweak this to let's get the salary more than 20,000. Okay, then we should get only records on that operation. Okay, like this. Okay, now let me get like 50,000. I think we are using greater than or equal to, so only 2 records we got it, right? Cool, nice. Similarly, we can use other service, other operations here. Instead of greater than or equals to, let's use less than, same, nothing different. Okay, so I am using greater than or equal to, so you can use greater than. Likewise, less than I am using here, you can perform less than or equal to likewise. So simply we run application endpoint and all I'm keeping as it is just for the demo purpose. But in your case, in your project, you need to give the proper endpoint names, okay, which is going to be meaningful. Okay, since it is demo purpose, I have already explained other things. So in order to save time, I'm using like this. Okay. So if you see here, my application is started. Now what I am doing, I am getting less than that value. So my case salary less than 50,000 I should get. I will get all the records because all of them are like this. 30,000, 10,000. We are getting 5 records, right? One, where is two? Salary greater than 50,000, less than 50,000. Okay, now let me take 10,000, less than 10,000. Do we have any records? No, so it should be empty away. And less than 20,000 should be some 1 or 2 records will be there. Yeah, so that's all about greater than, less than, and in the meaning, in a similar manner you can do the other operations, I believe. Yeah, that's about this video. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you. It's me, Karthik, signing